Hi there, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm back again and we're still looking at some of the main set legendary creatures that I've taken from Final Fantasy and put into Commander Land. And today I have to start with a very important question. Do you like having friends? If your answer to this is yes, then please carry on watching this video. Like, share, subscribe, do all the usual things and have some fun looking at this. If your answer is no, you're there to win at all costs and you don't care who you upset, the chances are you're going to love this deck. And the reason for that is today's deck is absolute virtue. 6 white and blue for an 8/8 Avatar Warrior. Can't be countered, has flying, and grants you protection from each of your opponents. So you can't be dealt damage, enchanted, or targeted by anything your opponents control. Yeah. This is the absolute I'm just going to sit here and do what I want to do. You can't stop me deck. And that's what I've gone with. Takes a whole, Death and Taxes is usually black-white, as we know. I've tried to take that kind of idea and put it into white-blue today. So here we go. Here's what today's deck really does look like. Because of what I'm trying to do, I will just point this out before I start. Moxfield has identified this as a bracket 4 deck. You can see some of the cards that are coming out here. Be aware of that. This is not the friendliest deck in the world to play against. It is bracket 4. It's not bracket 5. It hasn't gone that far with it, but it is bracket 4, so be aware of it. So, at the beginning, one Planeswalker, Teo the Shield Mage. Gives you hexproof, and you get to make a couple of times, if assuming Teo's still alive, a 0/3 white wall creature with Defender, so it gives you a fair bit of protection that way. And then we only have 21 creatures in the deck, starting with the Aegis of the Gods, to another way of giving yourself hexproof if you haven't got Absolute Virtue down. And then the Hushbringers here to stop anything entering, triggering. Has flying and lifelink. Only a 1/2, can be killed quite easily. But, creatures entering the battlefield or dying don't cause abilities to trigger. So that's a bit annoying for people. Keen Eye Sentry is just another way of giving yourself hexproof and stopping people venturing into dungeons. Haven't seen many dungeon decks recently, I'll be honest, but this does stop them anyway. Lavina, Azorius Renegade, stops people casting spells if they haven't got enough mana lands in play, and anything that's suspended just gets countered automatically or get played for free. Thalia, Gardener Thraben. I like the artwork on this one, hence why I haven't changed it. Obviously ups the cost of our non-creature spells by 1. Archon of Emeria. Each player can't cast more than 1 spell each turn. Non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped, so that slows them down even more. The Clarion Conqueror stops the activated abilities of artifacts, creatures and planeswalkers. Thalia, Heretic Kathir, means all your opponents' creatures and non-basic lands come into play tapped. Wall of Denial is just a big blocker with flying and shroud, so we're happy with that plan. The Grand Arbiter Augustine IV is in, cuts the cost of our white and blue spells down and makes everyone else's cost 1 more. Keeper of the Accord. At the beginning of each opponent's end step, if they control more creatures than you, get a soldier. And at the beginning of each opponent's end step, if they control more lands than you, can search your library for planes and put it onto the battlefield. A basic planes, that is. So, helps you ramp. Mariel, Shield of Argive is here to stop anyone activating anything in your turn and give you some more soldier tokens to attack with. Solemn Sim is Solemn Sim. Windborn Muse gives you a way of slowing down the attacks coming at you. Leah, Disciple of the Drowned, stops spells from being countered entirely. It does affect you. It's a little bit of a misdemeanor, but this one's quite annoying and people do tend to chuck removal at it fairly quickly, to be fair. So some of the stuff we have coming up will still work. Spell Tithe Enforcer. Whenever an opponent plays a spell, that player sacrifices a permanent unless they pay 1. Thrax, the Sudden Storm, means all our spells with mana value 5 or greater can't be countered. Curator of Destinies can't be countered anyway, and you basically get to do a mini fact or fiction type idea with it. Hullbreaker Horror, well, can't be countered, and when we cast a spell, we get to return target spell to its opponent's hand or bounce a non-land permanent, whatever we want to do. Jinga Taxus, the Progress Tyrant, also makes an appearance. Copy our spells as we cast them and then counter our opponent's spells once each turn. And then to make sure everything we have is completely indestructible all the time, ever since the Angel of Hope makes an appearance as well to help us out. We have 3 sorceries: Solemn Verdict to take out those annoying instants, enchantments and artifacts. Supreme Verdict just blows the board up and can't be countered. And Wrath of God for a bit more of that lovely non-counterable idea. Well, blowing up the board stuff anyway. And then we have the instants. And we have a lot of instants today. Starting with an Offer You Can't Refuse to counter non-creature spells. Then Condescend to do the whole, well, power sync for those of you who remember it, basically with a little bit of scry tacked on. Path to Exile to take out those annoying creatures. Pongrify to take out the ones that are indestructible. Well, that aren't indestructible, I should say. Swords to Plowshares to take out the other indestructible ones. Arcane Denial to basically counter anything along with counter spell. Cyclonic Rift comes in as a game changer to return everything when we get annoyed. Mana Drain for more countering along with Mana Link. And then the Shadow, the Dovin's Veto. Again, I left it as Shadowbringers, so I quite like the artwork on this new one from Final Fantasy 9. This spell can't be countered, counter non-creature spell, so hence why it's here. From there, Deny Existence, we get to counter target spell and exile it. Frantic Search gives you a way to draw 2, discard 2 and untap 3. Stroke of Midnight to take out those indestructible creatures once more. And Swallowed by the Leviathan from Final Fantasy. Choose target spell, surveil 2, then counter the chosen spell unless its controller pays 1 for each card in your graveyard. Nice. Teferi's Protection saves you. Aetherize stops everything attacking you. Ogetize Command counters target creature spell. You gain some life, draw cards, return something with mana value 2 or less if you need to, but it's probably going to be the counter gain 4 or counter draw. Out Cold basically taps 2 creatures down for a turn. With stun counters on them, you get to investigate as well. To the Crystal Tower or Cryptic Command. Again, another one I like the artwork on, hence why I haven't changed it. You all know what Cryptic Command does, so I'm not going to go through it too much. Access Denied gives you a whole load of thought to things when you counter the spell, were equal to the mana value of the thing countered. And Commence the end game. Draw a couple of cards, amass X, where X is the amount of cards in your hand. So you get a nice big zombie token out of this with a bit of luck. From there, we go to artifact lines. So we've got a few things to protect Absolute Virtue, starting with the Lava Spur Boots, then a ramp with Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, protection with the Greaves, but one of each of the medallions. Swiftfoot Boots are in as well to protect Absolute Virtue, Talisman of Progress for some more ramp, Thought Vessel for ramp, Dark Steel Plate makes Absolute Virtue indestructible as well if you've got the mana to cast it and equip it, and then the One Ring. If I'm playing Game Changers, I might as well play the One Ring and just do the card draw as well. Enchantments, just the 5. Ghostly Prison, Propaganda to slow down everything attacking you. Rhystic Study for the card draw. Leyline of Sanctity to hopefully start the game with Hexproof. And then Smothering Tithe for those extra treasure tokens to help us control the board even more. From there, the lands, very simple, blue and white lands all the way through. We are playing 9 islands, 9 plains. We do have reasons for playing this, and it is, wherever it's gone, lost it, there it is, Emeria, the Sky Ruin is here. Because we're playing so few creatures, it's worth having this here to return them when they get killed off. So we've gone for it today. And that's it. It is one of those decks that's going to annoy your opponents quite a lot, so be careful with it. Don't play it if you want to keep your friend group going if you're playing it in real life. I'm going to be very careful playing this on MTGO because it's not something I'm very good at. I must admit, I'm not very great at playing blue-white. Even though white's one of my 2 favourite colours after green, blue-white is never my strongest way of playing things, so I have to be a little bit careful when I'm playing it. But this will annoy a lot of the people I play with regularly on MTGO, hence why I'm not pushing to play it. But I will play it out at some stage on the stream. But I think it's fun. I think it's dirty, and it will give people a few headaches, I'm sure, when I play it. So if you do want to see me play it, there's a link down below in the video description to my Twitch channel. Come and give me a follow over there. Hopefully you've hit the subscribe button if you haven't been here before. I really appreciate anyone who does subscribe to the YouTube channel. Yeah, I know we're sort of like mid-June now. I'm still trying to get towards 1,000 by the end of the year here on YouTube, so if you can help out and hit the subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. But if you don't want to, please do try and hit the like button, hit the share button. One thing I will say, if you dislike the video, can you just leave me a comment as to why you didn't like it and what I've done wrong? I really appreciate getting the feedback. Negative feedback always helps people improve as they go along. So if you do hit the thumbs down button, leave me a comment as to why. But for now, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll be back very soon with another deck. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye.